Hello internets, I am Ms. V, also sometimes known as K Thorn or the vice versa of that. And welcome to my channel where we are playing through every single Nancy Drew game, starting from number 1, going all the way to the brand new one, which I think is 34. Hold up, I've got all my pre-notes written. So Midnight in Salem's 33, so yes, it's 34. Right now, though, we are starting a brand new one. We are going into number 6. We've already done the first 5. If you watched my last one, you know it was my least favorite game. It was the game of evil for me, which is why I just kind of ran through it as quickly as I could. So we're starting number 6, which is Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Scarlet Hand. I don't have a physical copy of this game. I have played it before because I found old notes for it. But I've never played it, so I don't have a physical copy. And there's a lot of notes for this. To the point where I think I'm just going to use my old notes, especially since they're very cleanly written. I think I played this one either late high school or college. Because I hadn't played it before, so I'm just going to use these while we're playing. It is missing a couple little notes. I think I just kind of guessed on those when I played it previously. So yeah, we're just going to use this because there's a lot of notes, which means there's a lot to write down. So I think using this is just going to be the best option. So we are going to start Secrets of the Scarlet Hand. I would hold up something for it, but I don't have the game, and I did double check. There was a book written for it. It's book number 124. The thing is, I never bought past book number 68, I want to say. And the reason why is because by that point, while Carolyn Keene, which is the author's name for the books, Carolyn Keene has always, since book 1, been a pen name. And had essentially multiple writers. It was somewhere in the 60s where there was a big change at the publishing company for the books. And I don't know, the Nancy Drew books, they didn't feel like Nancy Drew after the 60s for me. So I only have through book like 68 or something like that. Although I do have some of the Nancy Drew Hardy Boy crossovers, which there is a game somewhere where we will start crossing over with them, and I don't know which one starts that. I know number 13 for sure they cross over. I don't know if that's the first one that did it, or if there's one before. But yeah. But I've got my coffee set and ready to go. I've got some delicious banana bread set and ready to go to get some food and protein in me while we're playing. And I do have my water on the floor, but it's a big thing, so it's just going to sit on the floor. I do not have desk space for my water. But yeah, so not much to say here. I have played it before. I don't really remember much about it, just based on the name. When we start playing, I might recognize it. Secret of the Scarlet Hand. But yeah, so we're gonna start a new game with this. And with this one, I'm going to take my time a little bit more than I did with Final Scene. Final Scene is just my least favorite game. I wanted to get through it as quickly as possible, as I consider it the game of evil. Of course, it was also the game where my dogs decided to interrupt it many, many times, and the editing was frustrating. This one, hopefully, they won't. I've got them both in my office, so they should be quiet if they're both in here. Fingers crossed, unless someone rings the doorbell. Nobody ring my doorbell. We're going to get through this. My boyfriend recently just applied for a new job, possibly a work-from-home job, and if that happens, then my internet should get cleaned up and get a little bit better, and at that point, I should be able to start streaming, but it will have to be after the work hours, which is probably better anyway, because people will be home and be able to watch it. Whereas right now, I'm recording during work hours and posting during work hours. For me, I have the summer off. Perks of being a teacher. So I'm going a little faster through these than I did when I first started during the school year. I'm going to try and get through as many during the summer as I can. But I'm going to keep the postings regular for you. So over the course of the summer break, videos will be posted every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. When school starts back up, I will see if I can keep up that pattern, but if not, then I'm going to switch it to Wednesday and Saturday. But I will always post on Saturdays. So we'll see how it goes. But on that note, we're at the 5-minute mark. I'm making the 5-minute mark. That's my mark. That is when I need to stop talking and start playing. So let's dive into Secret of the Scarlet Hand and figure out what the Scarlet Hand is all about.
Welcome to my latest case.
I'm going to continue with Junior Detective, especially with the older games, just because they are more difficult than the newer games. And even with the newer games, I'll probably still keep with Junior Detective for the sake of having the little check-off list. That check-off list is really helpful to me. It's not so much the puzzles. I can handle more difficult puzzles. But that little check-off list gets really nice in future games. And I'm not sure when it starts. It's not this one. I thought it might be this one. It's not this one. I don't know. Next one's Moon Lake. I'm pretty sure Danger on Deception Island has that. That's a few games from now. We'll see. Keep our eye out for that cheat. The nice little cheat sheet of what I need to do, the checklist.
Dear Dad, greetings from the new deputy curator at Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I miss you, by the way. How's Africa? I sure hope this letter reaches you in Ouagadougou before you move on to Nairobi. So I got the internship. Your old friend Franklin Rose was awfully nice to submit my name to the rest of the members of the museum's board of directors. What an opportunity while I'm in between cases. As you probably know, the museum specializes in ancient Maya culture. My supervisor is going to be Joanna Riggs, a well-known archaeologist. Maybe you've seen her name in the news recently, in conjunction with the discovery of a strange Maya monolith. Apparently it's created quite a buzz among experts in the field. Well, Beach Hill plans to feature the monolith in an upcoming exhibition. Just imagine, this artifact has been buried for hundreds of years, and now it's going to be unveiled to the public for the first time. The museum is short-staffed at the moment, and they're expecting such a huge turnout that they've closed their doors to prepare. I can hardly wait to dig into this exciting project and learn how archaeologists and historians solve the mysteries of ancient cultures. I'll keep you posted. Love, Nancy.
Nancy Drew, I presume. I'm Joanna Riggs. Welcome to Beach Hill. I was just checking the lock on this display case. This is one of the museum's most treasured pieces, a carving of King Pakal.
Who is King Pakal?
Pakal assumed the throne at age 12. Can you imagine? That was 615 AD. He ruled for 68 years at the height of the Maya civilization.
Is that jade?
Yes, the Maya loved jade and used it for many of their carvings. There isn't another piece like this in the world, and it's priceless, which means I practically had to sell my own grandmother to get it.
How did the museum acquire it?
Leave it to Taylor Sinclair. He's a wizard when it comes to these deals. You'll meet him later. Now then, Nancy, you're coming on board at a critical time for Beach Hill. An exhibit of this caliber is not kid stuff. Franklin Rose assures me you're a real trooper, and I hope he's right because I'm not here to babysit. I don't care who your father is.
You know, I'm realizing now that Nancy's kind of a Nepo baby, and I never really thought of it. She's a very hard worker, especially with solving the mysteries and whatnot at such a young age. But I have a good friend, just a few years younger than me, and she works in the museum field, and she's been working hard for years and hasn't been able to get even a deputy curator position. And Nancy, who's like, I don't know, 18, 19 at the time of these games, oh yeah, deputy curator. And even right here it says, I don't care who your father is. She's a bit of a Nepo baby, and I never thought of that before.
If there's one thing I've learned from my father, it's the value of hard work. Just tell me where to start.
There's a list of tasks for you in the lab. Once you've knocked those off, we'll regroup.
Where's the rest of the staff around here?
We've had to make some, budget cutbacks, so we'll be relying heavily on our volunteer staff. Namely, you. Besides Henrik and me, the only people who will be around to pester you are Taylor Sinclair, my ace art dealer, and Alejandro Del Rio, attaché to the Mexican consulate and executive thorn in my side.
Apparently we're volunteer though, so we're not even getting paid for this? Jeez. I also realized I shouldn't say anything. I'm also technically a Nepo baby. I'm just a local Nepo baby. I leave where I live, and it does not follow me. But locally, I'm kind of that too. Oh, do I want to know more about the exhibit or Alejandro?
Tell me more about the exhibit.
In addition to our permanent collection, we're borrowing rare pieces from museums and private collectors around the world. Soon we'll be sitting on the most fabulous collection of Maya artifacts ever assembled in one place. And now that we've scored the monolith too, Beach Hill sera numero uno.
Was the monolith excavated in Mexico?
Yes, a hot young team of archaeologists, Americans and Mexicans both, dug it out of a cave near Palenque. Every curator from here to Siberia was trying to get a hold of it, but I'm the one who closed the deal.
Did Beach Hill buy it?
No. We could barely afford the price of the loan, for one thing. And besides, nowadays, it's not even legal to sell artifacts out of the country of their origin.
That is actually true. It belongs to the country of origin. Although there's a lot of museums who kind of just grandfathered in items that were previously stolen, usually by England. Sorry, England, I'm going to throw you under the bus. I'm not saying America was any better when we started getting into that field, but England's been around a little bit longer than America.
What does this monolith look like?
It's a massive pillar of stone, nearly 1,500 years old, with Maya glyphs carved into it. We've installed it in the garden. Wait until you see it.
How do you know it's 1,500 years old?
According to Henrik, the monolith was made at the special request of King Pakal himself, but we don't know what its purpose was.
Who's Henrik?
Henrik Vanderheun, world-renowned expert in Maya hieroglyphics. He's the latest addition to the Beach Hill Brain Trust. I told him I don't even want to see his pointy Vander head till he's got a translation on that monolith.
Any last advice before I get down to business?
Semper ubi sub ubi.
What? Lots of awards and degrees for her. The Great Plaza of... Oh my god. It looks like Tital? Tito? Guatemala? I might be off. I'm also struggling just to read it. Which is why I should probably put on my glasses. Where are my glasses? Oh. They're behind things over here. I feel like Velma from the Scooby-Doo series. Can't see without my glasses. Except I can see without my glasses. I'm just technically only supposed to wear them when I'm on the computer, doing stuff on the computer. So every time I've played one of these games without my glasses, yeah, I've been breaking that. Oh. Feel free to comment on those videos and be like, you didn't wear your glasses. I always tell my students, if you don't see me wearing my glasses, yell at me. It's the one time my students are allowed to yell at me. I'm going to finish looking around this office before I go anywhere. Oh. Art in the Americas, Hidden Guatemala. An interview with Prudence Rutherford. I recognize that name. Was she in a previous game or is she from future games? I don't know, but she's a regular appearance, at least by name. Then Frida Kahlo revisited. Ooh. the U.S. folk art craze, and the artifact smuggling industry. I went to a really cool Frida Kahlo exhibit in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a little while back now. It was really cool. Oh, an interview with Prudence Rutherford by Daphne Wu. Wu, how did a New York society woman like yourself end up in Topeka, Kansas? Rutherford, my husband, Herbert Laszlo, a hydro engineer. When he got appointed to head up the Kansas River Flood Control Project, naturally we came to Topeka. When Herbert drowned, everyone thought I would make a beeline back to New York. But after 36 years in Topeka, I just didn't have the heart to leave. The truth is, this is my home now. Wu, just an aside, I find it interesting that you never took his name. That was almost unheard of at the time of your marriage, wasn't it? Rutherford, yes, well, I never was one to worry about conventions. And where I come from, once Rutherford, always a Rutherford. Wu, well, you certainly have been a trailblazer. Now back to Topeka. What about your love for the arts? What in the world do you do for culture and entertainment here? Rutherford, oh my stars, don't underestimate Topeka, dear. The arts are alive and well here. We have theater, symphony, and over 20 art galleries. I organize the St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Corn Growers Ball, and I sit on the board of the Topeka Commission for the Arts. This is the capital of Kansas, after all. Wu, Miss Rutherford, Art Appraiser is thrilled to be featuring your fire ruby necklace in this month's issue. Please tell us about the extraordinary piece of jewelry. Rutherford, the necklace originally belonged to Herbert's mother, Hester, rest her soul. We never got along. Oh, but those rubies really did blaze like a burning ring of fire around her neck. Wu, you had the necklace altered when you inherited it, is that right? Rutherford, yes, well, Hester's spirit was just a bit too overpowering in the necklace. I felt like I was going to be strangled whenever I wore it. So I decided to add a piece from my own family to balance out the energies and, make it my own. I feel like that's going to be an important symbol right there. I don't know why, but I feel like that's going to be important because that looks like it belongs with a Mayan monolith.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. How cultured.
Well, I'm glad I looked at that. I think it's actually going to be important. Some of the art from past is strange. I don't think I can look at her desk right now. I think she'd have to be gone for me to look at her desk. So into the museum we go. That's going to be the exit. Addenda to the Palenque Monolith Loan Contract between the Republic of Mexico and Beach Hill Museum, Washington, D.C., USA. Paragraph 7, Section 8A. Beach Hill shall make 2 payments of $250,000, the first being paid upon execution of this contract, the second being paid... Why is upon delivery crossed out? Being paid 30 days after... Oh, that's why. 30 days after the delivery of property. Paragraph 7, Section 10A. The duration of the loan shall be 90 days from the opening of the exhibit and no more than 200 days total. Why is there so many edits? Paragraph 12, Section 1C. During the period of loan, Beach Hill shall have exclusive rights to reproduce the images of the property for the following derivative works: postcards, posters, t-shirts, coffee mugs, keychains, and mouse pads. That edit makes sense. Paragraph 20, Section 22D. Beach Hill shall assume full liability in the amount of $1 million for the property for the duration of the equipment. There was a lot of back and forth on changing this. Accepted this blank day of the blank month of the year blank. She signed it. Alejandro Del Rio has not. I'm saying his name really badly. Alejandro. Oh, a Traveler's Guide to Beach Hill Museum. Oh, this means Ikahu, God of Travelers. Oh, that's one of the things that's missing on my little notes here. I'm going to write it. or draw it. I'm gonna badly draw it. Especially since I only gave myself a small space. I'll give myself a really small space. That's horrible. You guys don't watch me for my drawing. You watch me for playing games, right? Kukulkan, wind god. Zaman, north. Tunda Exhibition Hall Temple Garden. Okay. I feel like we should be allowed to take that, but alright. B. Mayan glyph for road. That one's not on here. Oh, yes, it is.
The knob is missing.
Well, there we go. Our first chore is to find this knob. Maybe over here. What's this? Major contributors to the Beach Hill Museum. Okay. There's probably some Easter eggs in here. Froy Ted Hayashi. Dagmarberg. Rusty Dents. Maxine Del Flores. Salamander Jones. Ayu N.D. Bayou. Dr. B. Thomas. Regina Flanks, Damon Larson.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. That's the organization Prudence Rutherford works for.
So reading that article was important. Okay. Piff and Path. ND Fan 123. I love that. Frou Frou Labou. Peter Piper. Rolf Stroganov. Stymie McGruff, Kimbo Eswafa, Vladimir Eeps. Yeah. Yeah, some of these are going to probably be people who worked on the game. Some of them are going to be jokes. Some of them, it looks like, are actual, like, people's online tags. This game was 02, I want to say. I can't look at a disc, so I have to look it up. I don't want to walk through. I just want info on the game. Just want to know what year it came out, man. Yep, 6th game in the installment. Oh, it's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam. I didn't even realize that. This is considered one of the best ones, apparently. Yeah, the book was published in 1995. 2002. I was right. And go this way. We're already there. Let's go over here. Oh, nothing around this one. Well, then where's the knob? No. apparently not in here. Oh, let's head to the exhibition hall. Who were the Maya? The term Maya refers to a group of Mesoamerican Indians from the region of the southern Mexico and northern Central America. Noteworthy for their cultural and scientific achievements from 1800 BCE to 1500 CE. Maya society was comprised of a complex system of nobility, priests, warriors, workers, and slaves. Honestly, the Maya probably would have been a huge culture in today's day and age if it weren't for the Spanish that came in and passed around some awful diseases that killed the Mayan. Old ham radio. Used by the Cortázar Alvarez Palenque expedition circa 1955.
It's locked.
I would hope it's locked. Range of the Maya. There's going to be a lot of reading in this game, just so you know, because it's a museum. And I'm going to read everything, because it might be important. Apparently there's also audio if I get the little thingies, but I gotta find the knob first. Maya ruins, like the one featured in this photo, can be found throughout southern Mexico, Guatemala, and western Honduras. Even today, new cities are being discovered by archaeologists. My boyfriend is a bit of a history buff. I think he'd actually really like this particular Nancy Drew game. I don't know if he'd like the gameplay, but I think he'd like already I think he'd like the story. Because he's a big history buff. And his father actually wrote history books based in Arizona, New Mexico, Southern California, Western Texas, parts of Mexico, like this big area. He's written history books based on it. Maya arts and crafts. The Maya were renowned for their functional and stylistic expertise in pottery, painting, architecture, and jewelry. Artisans worked with a variety of materials, including clay, jade, gold, limestone, and wood. The variety of tools and materials used by the Maya demonstrate a complex and thriving trade system. I'm telling you, if it weren't for the Spanish and diseases, the Maya would be a massive culture in today's day and age. Disease, man. Disease is the big killer. Go over here. An offering bowl from circa 850 CE. Offering bowl to the war god Balak. The logograph for black is represented on the base of the bowl. Do I have that on here? I do. Pottery. Maya kings. Maya kings not only ruled their people's political and military affairs, but their religious practices as well. Kings were considered to be divinely appointed by the supreme god Itzamna. While the majority of kings were male, there were several notable exceptions, including Lady Kanal Ikal, who ruled for over 20 years. I will say, guys, some of these names I'm going to do good on, some of these names I'm going to botch. The names I do good on, I've probably heard previously from my boyfriend or his father, who, again, his father is published doing research in this area, a little bit of Mayan in his research as well. Mostly Spanish research, but he did some research on, like, the Spanish affecting the Mayans and all that whole thing. So some of the names I probably heard and I can pronounce well. Other names I'm going to sit here going, I don't know. I also realized that there's like no background music. I think I made it too quiet.
Greetings from the new deputy curator at Beecher Museum in Washington, D.C. I miss you, by the way.
I'll bring that music volume up a little bit. Okay. Pakal artifact. Circa 650 CE, the late classic period. This unusual jade relief features an intricate representation of Lord Pakal, one of the greatest rulers of the Maya classical period. Both the origin and function of this highly stylized piece are unknown. Personally, I've done a lot of research on jade for Dungeons and Dragons. Don't ask. Jade has a very interesting historical aspect to it. It was considered a very not necessarily magical relic, but kind of in that realm. I'm not quite sure how else to describe it. It was kind of in that realm of like a magical relic, but not technically using the word magical. Which is why I'm actually using it as a major aspect of my D&D game. That's why I've done a bunch of research on it. So, the history of Jade's fascinating. I'm getting a lot of history in this video, guys. Both from the game and from me. This might be this might be like 3 to 4 game sessions just because of that. Pakal's Ascension. Carved panel, late classic period, circa 650 CE. In this relief, Pakal's mother offers her son the divine crown for his ascension to the throne. Lady Zakkuk was a powerful figure in Maya history and established in the Pakal dynasty. This is one of those names I'm going to mess up. Kinik Janab Pakal, also known as Hanab Pakal, Pakal II, Pakal the Great, and or Lord Shield Pakal. Pakal, whose name translates to shield, so Lord Shield. This is like chai tea. Pakal, whose name translates to shield, was born in 603 CE and ascended the throne in 615 CE at the age of 12. I was about to say, it's not a lot of time. Considered both a priest king and a mighty military ruler, Pakal claimed divine descent, hence the jade, and ruled the great Maya city-state of Palenque for 68 years until his death in 683 CE. The 11th ruler of Palenque, Pakal was responsible for the majority of the city's construction. His ancestry and accomplishments are immortalized in Palenque's temples and palaces, especially the Temple of the Inscriptions, which was the primary sacred site in Palenque, and later the shrine for Pakal's tomb. Pakal was buried wearing the jade death mask you see here, right? It's probably in the thing. The mask was meant to distinguish Pakal as royalty even in the afterlife. Jade. Much of what we know about King Pakal, the Maya civilization over which he presided, has been pieced together by translating the glyphic inscriptions on his tomb. That creepy mask. Maya gods. Religion played an important role in Maya society. All scientific progress was impelled by the priest's need to understand and manage the sacred forces of the Maya universe. Sacred, that's the word I couldn't find. Different gods represented aspects of Maya life, from basket weaving to calendar days. Even today, little is known about the role or names of the gods represented in Maya artifacts. It's the back of those. Creepy masks. The deities depicted in this exhibit are the rain, moon, and sun gods. The 3 masks depict the corn god, Yumcox. That can't be right. I regret saying those words. The jaguar god, not even gonna try. And the sun god, Joaquin. Calendar stones, classic period. Tzolk'in calendar stones used to compute the 260-day ceremonial year. Calendar stones, classic period, circa 635 CE. By the way, the whole world's gonna end because the Mayan calendar said so. That happened in 2012. Turns out that was false. That wasn't a real thing. We just didn't know how to read our calendars correctly. Oh, and it's made out of limestone. I'm going through all this, guys. All of it. Maya customs. Most customs and rituals were based on religious practices and played an important part in Maya daily life. Some, such as the wearing of earrings, are considered by our culture as ordinary, while others, such as bloodletting and human sacrifice, are seen as barbaric. Many ancient Maya customs are practiced today by the indigenous peoples of North Central America and southern Mexico. Maya ball game artifacts. Oh yeah, they had a really cool ball game. What is the name of it? El Dorado. The Road to El Dorado, animated film from the early thousands, actually tried to depict this ball game within their movie. Now, they didn't get it entirely accurate, and the movie's not based in Maya. It's based in the fictional realm of El Dorado, which was a city of gold. But when they wrote the movie, they were influenced heavily by the Mayan ball game, and they tried to kind of depict it in the movie. So, fun fact there. Fun movie. If you haven't seen it yet, highly, highly recommend. Yeah, creepy shade mask again. Replicas of body-shaping devices. The Maya used these devices to change their appearance. Basically, like, early, I can't think of the name of it. The surgery we do to change how we look. This is the early version of that, guys. A little bit more barbaric. What zone is that? Maya language. The Maya writing system is the most advanced ever developed in the New World. As with Egyptian hieroglyphics, symbols represent either sounds or concepts. Maya is considered a distinct linguistic group, and several modern variants exist today, including Quiche, Cachiquel, and Ixel. Okay. Maya scribes, chronicler of the age. Scribes played an important role in Maya culture, and some were elevated to prominent social positions. The Mayan writing system used logographs to represent either sounds or ideas. Maya number system. Maya numerical notation using both the bar and dot system and pictorial representations of gods. Ooh, it's not locked.
For the missing tiles.
Yeah, we are missing tiles. We're missing 9 and 12. I also don't think these are correct. Future puzzle. Inkwell, ceramic plate, Izamal, Yucatan, terminal post-classic period, Museo de Antropologia, Chiapas. Maya scribes used a variety of writing tools, inks and inkwells. Note the logograph for ink inscribed in the plate. This is one of the reasons I'm just using the notes from before, because it had all of these written down, like all the symbols and words, and I didn't want to redraw everything. I'm gonna go around the temple first. I'm gonna go through the garden first. I think I'm going the wrong way. Oh, employees only. We'll go through there in a bit. We'll come back in here in a bit. Rutherford slab. Hey! From the late classic period. The famous British explorer Archibald Rutherford, now we know why she wanted to keep her last name, discovered this piece in 1884 within the Palenque Temple. The text on the slab commemorates Bakal's ascension, sulking date of 6 Lamat. On loan from the Museo de Antiguas Guatemala. Marriage Lintel. The marriage between Shield Jaguar and Lady Zoc is represented in this piece. Lady Zoc offers a shield and jaguar helmet to her betrothed. There's symbols on the ground, and I want to look at them, but I won't let me. Please stay on the path. Okay. Wait, there's a thing behind me. Hold up, there's a thing behind me. Baktul. Stella. An early Maya ruler, Baktul, is represented in this stela performing a vision quest ceremony. The vision serpent looms over the king, revealing the ancient spirit that is being contacted. 4 miniature gods hang on to the body of the vision serpent. From 199 CE. Bird Jaguar and Captive. Yaxchilan, Chiapas, Mexico. Late Classic period circa 755 to 770 CE. This panel is one of several commissioned by Bird Jaguar and details his capture of a Khal, or prominent local nobleman. By the way, for anyone watching this who's confused by CE replaced AD. Because the way that we did, like, AD and... oh man, I forget what it was because now I'm so used to CE and BCE. But it was very much based around the birth of Christ and the death of Christ, which was a very Christian way of doing it. But like when we look at stuff like this is Mayan culture. Why are we using a Christian religion to talk about eras when looking at Mayan culture? So still using essentially those dates, but we kind of changed it up slightly to be CE, which is Common Era, and BCE, which is before Common Era. Just to make it a little less focused on a single religion, especially when history involves so many different cultures and religions. And if you don't like that, that's your opinion. I'm just telling you why and what these mean. And this is a game from 2002. They've been using it for a while now. Lady Zoc Vision Lintel M. 725 CE. This lintel shows Lady Zoc, Shield Jaguar's wife, celebrating her husband's accession. 9.12.9.8.1. 5 Emacs for Mach. Oh, October 23rd, 681 CE. Thank you, game. Lady Zoc kneels with her huipil tied around her knees. The huipil is a traditional woven Maya blouse that holds both symbolic and ceremonial significance. The Maya believed that huipils had magical powers. I have no idea if I said that right. From the Wickford estate. That's familiar. Wickford's in another game. Another please stay on the path. Sound of footsteps.
Nancy Drew, or should I say, Detective Drew. I'm Sinclair.
Hi there. I guess you've done your homework.
I was at a meeting with the BOD recently, and I caught wind of your appointment and your credentials. Very impressive, if I do say so myself.
The BOD?
That would be the board of directors, those cranky old cats. They do keep the ducks squared away around here, I'll give them that. So, how's this for a specimen? Ever seen $1 million worth of rock before?
Do diamonds count?
Ouch. Well, they did say you were sharp. Seriously, though, thank goodness you're here. I'm afraid the museum may be in terrible jeopardy.
We saw a diamond in the last game. Nope. 2 games ago.
What kind of jeopardy?
Joanna told me to butt out, but I'm so fond of Beach Hill, I just hate to see it fall prey to scoundrels.
What scoundrels?
It's a sensitive subject. Meet me in my office later and I'll explain everything then.
You've got me worried. Can't we talk now?
Just meet me later. 707 Bing Cherry Boulevard. I've got to go. Enjoy your first day at Beach Hill.
Okay, then.
Interesting.
Where's the circle? Oh, this is missing a thing.
Like this side is missing a part.
Part of me wants to go through there. Part of me wants to finish the rest of this first. Sculpture thrown back. I'm not trying to pronounce the name of that valley. The seated figures are a royal couple whose detail is unusual for this area. The function of the artifact is unknown, but may have been part of a throne. Inscriptions reveal that the piece was dedicated to the goddess of the moon, Ixchel. Damn, throne. Throne's on here? Throne's on here. I want to know what's on the ground. What is that? Stela of Noble, Akmul, Campeche. Little is known about this relief. It depicts a nobleman standing on a captive. Note the elaborate headdress and cape containing references to Tlaloc, the rain god. I botched that name. Oh, that's one of the pieces. Bicephalic altar, circa 800 CE. I know that one, that's Acropolis. From Honduras. This altar was dedicated during the reign of the 16th ruler of Copan, Yaxpasa. The focal point of this artifact is the large two-headed crocodile. Ugh. This creature is called the bicephalic monster. Two heads. It represents the continuous cycle of life and death. I don't see it. I don't know what this symbol is. Carved panel, circa 785 CE from the Usumacinta River Valley. This limestone panel depicts the presentation of 3 captives to the throne of Shield Jaguar II. Lady Zoc Vision Lintel F from 770 CE. Lintel 15 represents Lady Zoc engaging in a ritually induced hallucination. An ancestor appears in the mouth of the vision serpent. I realize after going through all of this, I just know that my boyfriend's probably going to watch this video. He watches some of my videos. And I'm just waiting for him to catch me later on and correct half of what I've said. And not necessarily the game, half of what I've said.
It's locked.
Oh, I need a key card.
It needs a card.
Okay. Well, I guess I could have checked this before, because I needed a key card anyway. Dang it. That's what happens when you click too quickly. Alright, before I go in that room, to the temple we go. Okay, I'm gonna start inside the door here. Try your hand to this ancient Maya war game. The object is to capture all of your opponent's warriors by bumping all of her pieces by landing on a square occupied by them. Each player has 2 turns. You must roll the corn dice on your first turn, but you can pass on your second turn. If a warrior runs off the playing field, he will return from the opposite direction. You will play the orange warriors on the left side. The computer will play the blue warriors on the right side. Okay. Okay.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, do I roll for the computer? pass for the computer? No. Darn it.
Hi. 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 Hi.
We are tied.
Hi. Hi.
I hope this is worth something.
Hi. 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 Hi.
And we're tied again. Okay.
Hi. 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 Hi.
I won, I think. Oh no. There's one more.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Oh.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Okay, I'm not gonna keep playing this. Unless it actually gives me some, which it might at some point, but I think I need a key card. Ugh, with the jade. Something else that needs a key card. I think I want to wait to actually do all these things till I have whatever this key card is. I thought I saw the thing turn red. Oh look, ha, water. I already had that written down. Can't look at those? Okay. This is shipping and receiving. Oh, I'm sure that that's something. But I don't know what. Oh. Page 1403. That involves a code, okay. Sunny stuff. Well, Sunny, I'm taking some of your stuff. Covered bowl, Diego de Landa ornamental carving, material excavation site, weight, length, and insurance. Okay. I feel like that's probably important. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing stuff in here at some point. Instruction manual for a ham radio. I feel like this is in like every game and I really haven't needed it yet. Morse code alphabet. I already have a cheat sheet for that over here. Huh. If I need this, I'll come back. If I'm using that ham radio at all. Oh, just the ham radio again. Okay. Chaco Canyon Cultural Center in Yatahe, New Mexico! It's in New Mexico! Woohoo! We're in a game! Oh, there's a ham radio here. Buy milk. So, well, in case I need this at all, I've got a manual just right there.
I need to find another piece.
Oh. Okay, I need one more piece for that. Do not operate without permission. Okay. Sure, I'm going to use that for something. Oh, periodic table of elements. This I do not have a quick cheat sheet for, but it's not making me zoom in anywhere, so. Seal and bubble wrap and other packing supplies. Order ASAP. Silvio was called curatorial bonanza. Oh, the microscope doctor. Last service, next service. Interesting. Oh! Yay, things I can cross off. I have a checklist of things. Okay, sort out shards of pottery and reassemble pot. I need to find another piece of pottery before I can do that. Sort out plain arms to put on display cases with my theme knobs. Okay. We need to find the knob. Priority, bring addenda to Monolith Loan Agreement to Alejandro de Rio at the Mexican Consulate for signature. Okay, I can do that. Order bubble wrap, packing tape, sticky labels. Okay. Match recorded narrations to appropriate displays in the main exhibition hall. You need headphones for this. I've got to find the knob for that first. And reorder Mayan numbering exhibit in the main exhibition hall. I've got to find the other knob. Restock lab supplies, clean exhibition. Sunny was here. Yummy chocolates. Check voicemail.
You have no voicemail. Press.
Okay. I probably need to do this. Is this number written down somewhere on these notes? It is not. Then I'm going to write it down. So let's see here, 202 555 9963. I'm just gonna call it bubble wrap. Oh, I should probably do the account number. BH119K. Oh, that I have on here already.
You have no voice.
Okay, maybe I'm not supposed to call yet. Hey, it's the knob. And it's Coco Kringle. Is this the first game where Coco Kringle shows up? I think it is. Property of Sunny June. I know for a fact that we follow this guy in all the games. Do you ever meet Sunny June? Or is he just like the mysterious creature that you end up following? No Cocoa Kringle for you, buddy. Got Coke. Notes. I hate that bool game. It's all random, or is it? Choosing when I pass, when the computer passes, 4 pieces of corn, different than dice. Try Pascal's triangle. 1 and 3, frequency of 4, 2. Aliens did it. To Mexico artifacts. That pyramid drawn on here, I was wondering what it was. I'm very confused. What do the numbers mean, though? The Beach Hill Gang, blah, 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 blah. Stop breaking my stuff, quit daydreaming, stop losing my things. Get to work, Sunny. What's she got up her sleeve? Hurricane Sunny, yeah. Well, the Beach Hill. I think he's referencing the tornado game. Saw Sinclair the other day. Warning, never look directly at Sinclair's tie. Oh my god, Sunny. Ooh, that audio narration thingy is going to be so much work. Luckily, old Hurricane Sunny managed to borrow Joanna's notes for this project. Note to self, must distract Joanna only after her coffee break. Okay, let's see, garden. Oh, that's what that little drawing is that's on one of these. Okay. I have both of these drawn on here already, but I'm going to take a photo because I think that'll be easier. And I think at the time of the notes I didn't have a way of... Oh, I need to move my cursor. Taking a photo. Okay. Oh my gosh, must surf web, sigh. Sure wish the lab had a computer. I just have to check out the latest alien adventure games. www.justadventure.com. If only someone would make a game about the Maya and toss in some alien UFOs, of course. Temple in this guy. Sunny's latest adventure games, #1. This museum gig is such a boring job. Trying to find out about the stinky cheese incident. Big trouble now. Big trouble now? Wait, I wonder who ratted out on me. Must have been that Cocoa Bandit. Whoops, I hear Storm and Joanna coming over. Better hide this. My gosh. Sunny, my dude. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So many Cocoa Kringles. Y'all, I love Sunny in these games. Okay, I guess that's it. Laboratory safety precautions. Chemical transportation, eating, drinking, and smoking. Personal hygiene. I have no idea what 3 is. I have no idea what 5 is. I don't know. Okay. Well, I can go get headphones now. And then I should meet that guy at his office, I guess. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's nothing else that need to be signed.
I don't think he'll be there at this hour. I don't think he'll be there at this hour.
Well, then we'll go back to the hotel. Get up in the morning, get the thing signed, visit Sinclair. Ooh, I can put this in here.
Disc.
Right, that's notes and stuff. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Do I have his password? Or is it Coco Kringle? Coco Kringle. Stuff to do. JR is hounding me to get this done, but I can't keep all of them straight. The headphones will help me figure out what is playing in the display, and the Covomatic machine in the storage room will let me change what plays in an exhibit. So where am I going wrong? I definitely know that the following match. Exhibit B goes with narration 8. Do I have this written down already? Oh, I do. Oh my gosh. I need a staple remover. Because my notes are stapled. It's like 4 pages of notes here. Staple remover. No, it's a stapler. That's a stapler. Why do I have 2 staplers in here? It's a staple remover. Do I not have a staple remover? Well, if I do, it's not in this drawer. If I have 2 staplers, you'd think I would have a staple remover. The drawer doesn't want to go back in. Do I have one over here? Oh, jeez. That drawer is an absolute mess that I need to clean out. Okay, we're just going to do this the cheap way. Oh, wait. Staple remover. Haha. I knew it had to be somewhere. There we go. Okay, B goes with 8. Yes. E goes with 1. Yes. F goes with 6. H goes with 15. I goes with 3. K goes with 12. L goes with 4. Yep. M is with 2. Yep. N with 10. Yep. O with 11. Okay, and I have like even more detailed notes written down here from the last time I played this. So cool. That's going to be helpful. Because honestly, I do remember playing this now. I don't remember anything about the game though, other than the Mayan stuff. Dots, bars, and gods. Sunnies, I'd rather be counting sheep guide to the Mayan number system. 0 looks like a turtle shell, but no turtle. 1 dot equals 1. 2 dots equals 2, so on and so forth. 1 bar is 5. Oh, that's what this note is. Okay, so 2 bars, 2 times 5, or 10. Picture this. Each dot is an individual fingerprint. It's greasy from spicy wonton sunny. And the bar represents the whole hand, like a set of 5 fingers. A bar with a dot next to it, 5 plus 1 is 6, so 3 bars and a dot, 16. Yes? Bars are usually vertical, up and down. Dots should be to the left of the bars. Here's the catch. If it doesn't look exactly like a dot or a bar, it doesn't count. Squigglies, ovals, incomplete dots, crooked bars, chocolate bars, mini stars, horseshoes, shamrocks, diamonds, half moons, scribbles, dribbles. None of these count. Also, the Maya often put decorative marks next to their numbers. So just ignore anything that's not a bar or dot. I repeat, anything that doesn't look like a plain old dot or bar is out. Easy as sleeping on the job, right? Not quite. Some gods also represent numbers. They're pretty tough to pick out at first, but they'll grow on you just like mold on cheese. Some good rules of thumb. 1, or hun, has fish lips, a really big nose, and a good set of teeth. 2, ka, has a big hat with 5 fingers and a semi-oval on it. 3. Ox looks like a doctor. 4. Con has his or her tongue sticking out. I think I have some of these written down. Not all of them, but some of them. Jeez. Bless you. My dog just sneezed herself awake. 5. Ho has wrinkles and a fancy hat. 6. Wok wears an eye patch with an X in it. 7. Wook wears rectangular glasses and a small oval on the forehead. 8. Wazek has a curly forehead ornament and a peace symbol on cheek. 9. Bolin has a beard or acne. 10. Lahun looks like death. No nose and removable jaw. 11. Baluk is frothing at the mouth and has 3 curly ovals on the head. 12. Laka. I don't know. 13. Ozlaham has a T on the cheek. 14. Kanlahan. 15. Hulahun. 16. Waklahun. 17. Wuklahan. 18. Wazaklahan. And 19. Balan look like the original numbers put with the removable jaw of Lahun. So like 19 looks like 9. A beard or acne. Has a beard or acne. Okay then. With the removable jaw of Lahun. Cool. Stuff to forget. System login, S-June, system password, space baby. I have that written down. Cool. Temple quizzes. I can't figure out the answer to level 2 quiz question about the matchmaker, and Enrique isn't speaking to me right now. He's way too touchy about that old ham radio. So either I'm blind as a bat and can't find the exhibit that has the answer, or we just never put it in. Details. Joanna is no help on this, so I'll just have to wait for a horde of visitors getting very frustrated with this question once we open the museum. I'll let Enrique deal with the trauma. Came up with a great question for level 3, but Enrique hates it. Once I get some time, I'll make an exhibit for this. Just don't know where I can get my hands on one. I wonder if Joanna will spring a trip for me to go down to Guatemala. Stuff to work on. Dissertation topic: the demise of the ancient Maya, drought, plague, or UFO. Sunny. Why and how did the Maya civilization disappear so quickly? Disease. Maya were sophisticated astronomers. Were they trying to achieve space travel? Well, maybe. Great Amerindian civilizations like the Mayan and Inca believed to have contact with extraterrestrials, for the temples actually control towers. Sunny. Research. 20th century artist Manuel Mendoza and spaceship motif. Oh my gosh. Research claims that Maya disappearance on Earth was due to departure for other worlds. Oh my god. Research claims that many flying saucers sighted today are being piloted by Maya elders. Sunny. Oh my gosh. Funny. Conspiracy theorists. That's what Sunny is. Okay. The thing that I need to do is figure out what that pyramid means. Okay, that's the alarm. Oh, it's late. I want to... Is there anything else to explore here? No, that's it. Just the computer? Not that. Okay. Phone if I want to call someone. Well, in that case, we'll set this for 8 a.m. It's open now. Cool. Gotta check all the things out. Gotta look at everything. Information for art collectors, dealers, and curators. Establishing legal provenance. It's your duty. Provenance, history of ownership. A work of art may travel great distances and change many hands during the course of its lifetime. Typically, legal transfer of ownership happens either as a sale, an inheritance, or a gift. Provenance documents are an important means of establishing an artwork's authenticity as well as confirming the legality of its ownership. They show the geographic, personal, and commercial route of a work of art. That is, they identify the date of each exchange, the names of the people involved, the circumstances of the transfer, and the location of the transaction has taken place. Ideally, an unbroken chain of ownership can be traced all the way from the artist's workshop to the present day. Frequently, though, some documents are missing. The art dealer or museum curator has no way of knowing how the artwork has been exchanged during these gaps in the record. When this is the case, the legality of present-day ownership becomes suspect. When researching an artwork's provenance, the following documents may provide clues: exhibition catalogs, sales catalogs, collection catalogs, papers and business records of collectors, papers and business records of dealers, wills, and insurance inventories. That's good information to know, probably. Anything else here? Oh, that's out, my bad. There we go.
How may I help you?
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew, the new deputy curator over at Beach Hill.
So, you're Joanna Riggs' newest pirate in training. How does it feel to join the ranks with the modern-day conquistadors?
I beg your pardon, but how does a deputy curator become a pirate in your book?
You had better brush up on your history, young lady. When the Spanish explorers invaded Mexico, they became known as the conquistadors, or conquerors. They robbed the indigenous peoples of their wealth, not just their gold, but their artwork, their sacred objects. Anything they did not steal, they burned to the ground.
Alejandro, I understand that many crimes were committed in the name of exploration, but that was hundreds of years ago. What does this have to do with Beach Hill?
There is more. In the 19th century, archaeologists discovered the ruins of ancient civilizations predating even the Aztecs. Many of the dig sites were robbed, and the stolen artifacts were sold off to art museums and collectors around the world. Today, finally, it is illegal among most civilized nations to remove an artifact from its native country. But sadly, there are thousands of precious antiquities with highly questionable provenance floating around the Western world.
Yep. I don't know why, but it's because the word conquistador. That's why. I know why. I don't know if anyone watches Game Changer on Dropout, but the conquistador thing just reminded me of one of those very recent episodes. It's Bingoception or something like that's the name of it, and Brennan Lee Mulligan's supposed to like create an exercise related to the conquistadors. It's this whole like worst villains in history. Something along those lines. It's funny. If I find a clip, I'll post it. I don't think I'll find a clip though. I don't think it's on YouTube yet.
But Joanna only wants to display this artwork, to celebrate it, so the public will be able to enjoy it and learn about your people's great talents and achievements.
If the American public wants to see our art, they should come to Mexico.
Is there any way to identify the stolen artifacts?
An artifact's provenance is the story of its origin and ownership. For example, how it made its way from a temple at Chichen Itza to a museum in Washington, D.C. If the artifact's provenance reveals that it has been stolen, then that artifact must be returned to the country of its origin.
Then the relics at Beach Hill must all be legitimate, right?
No, not at all. Provenance documents are often tampered with or forged to cover up the theft. Because of this, thefts continue and a great deal of art is moved on the black market, even today. Unethical art dealers and greedy museum curators do nothing to stop this.
Are you suggesting Beach Hill is involved in these kinds of misdealings?
If Joanna Riggs or that overstuffed pillowhead Sinclair had any decency, they would take measures to see that all Maya artifacts were returned to Mexico at once where they belong.
Well, I think I'll have to chew on some of these issues for a while, Alejandro. In the meantime, I do need you to sign off on these changes to the loan agreement for the monolith. Do you mind?
I am still not happy that such a rare find will have its debut exhibition on American soil. But in my country too, there are people for whom money talks. I will take those documents now.
This guy has issues.
Thank you. I have some business with Joanna at the museum later, so I will return the contract to her then, after I have looked it over.
Actually, Alejandro, I think I'm supposed to take them back to Joanna myself.
You may consider your mission accomplished.
Well, okay then.
Goodbye.
Okay, we're gonna go visit Sinclair.
It's about time. Oh, my fears are like maggots infesting my poor old carcass. Want a cookie? They're from Oaxaca.
No, thank you. You said Beach Hill is in jeopardy. I need to know why.
The art world is being ransacked, Nancy. Prudence Rutherford, a major patron of the arts, had her fire ruby necklace stolen from her villa in Topeka. 2 weeks later, a whole display case full of rare Maya artifacts was heisted from a museum in New Mexico.
Come on, man. Which museum? Is it the Farm and Ranch? Better not have been Farm and Ranch.
Do you think there's a connection between the two thefts?
Who knows? I'm just telling you, this community, our friends and colleagues, my people are being systematically trounced by thugs. Who's to say Beach Hill won't be next? You've got to do something.
It was Sunny. No, I have no idea.
Doesn't Beach Hill have a security system in place?
Should.
The museum has a basic alarm system, but it's not exactly state-of-the-art. I've urged Joanna to approach the board about making some security upgrades, but she just keeps saying that the timing isn't right to ask for money.
It is a museum with relics. You should have a state-of-the-art alarm system. Always.
I understand your concern, but what can I do to help?
We need your eagle eyes. We need your bat ears. We need you to sniff out the stink of trouble.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm just a detective, you know. I'm not bionic.
Don't play modest mouse with me.
Okay, no more flattery. Hey, that's an interesting piece. There, by your desk. Something tells me it's not a Maya artifact.
How about that rubber shark? The artist's name is Poppy Dada. She's a teenager in South Dakota. The art world is going bananas over her stuff. I'll unload that one for some serious dinero.
Is Poppy Dada her real name?
I don't know.
Joanna says you performed an act of wizardry in helping Beach Hill acquire the Pakal carving.
Getting those provenance docs together was a pig and a half. Oh, they're on the up and up, I assure you. But to have been at the height of my career back before the crackdown, those were the days.
A pig and a half?
Maybe sometime I'll tell you a sad story I call How Mexico Lost Its Sense of Humor. Not today, though, Nancy.
Alejandro says you're unethical, a modern-day conquistador, that you're robbing Mexico of its cultural history.
And I say Alejandro is the real bully of the playground. A lunch money extortionist who loves nothing more than to see the other boys and girls go hungry.
When you sell a piece of art, what kind of commission do you get?
Standard, 10%. It's no king's ransom, unless of course you sell something for $1 million. Too bad I'm not allowed to put that monolith on the market, huh?
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
Huh. Well, I can't search his office right now.
Good thing Franklin gave me the museum key.
Wait, does that mean that she's not here? Darn it, she is here. Let's see if she wants me to
How
do
are the
something
tasks
specific.
coming along?
Do you think Alejandro would go to extreme measures, like stealing, to reclaim Mexico's artifacts?
Who knows?
I know what to do with the things.
Why did you become a museum curator?
I became a curator because I want to help make artifacts available to as many people as possible. That's all that matters, isn't it? Unless you're Alejandro Del Rio.
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
I realize that I'm already at like almost hour and a half mark, and I feel like I've barely done anything. So I think I'm gonna go till noon my time, which is in the like 13 minutes, and I'll wrap this up. Problem is I gotta find that stuff. Let's see about the narration thing, because we got a whole bunch from What's His Nuts, and I have... Oh. I have a cheat sheet of notes here, so A should be 5.
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world. Ham radios are often the only means of contacting the outside world. HAM is an acronym for Handheld Amateur Radio.
Okay, B... 8. Okay, that one's accurate. C... 14. I have no idea which ones of these were from the cheat sheet, which I already had on here, but if it saves me time, I'm gonna use it. D is 7. E is 1. Oh, that is a 1. It didn't look like a 1, it looked like a 7. F is 6. Okay. Make sure it's actually 7. Okay, it is. G is 9. H is 15. I is 3. J is 13.
There, that looks like it's in order.
Cool. Let's let her know that that's
How are
done.
the tasks coming along?
Oh,
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
I thought we'd have to let her know. I guess not. But that is one thing that is done. I can cross it off of Sunny's list, I think. Let me real quick just check. See if there's anything here. Nope. Okay. Because I also still need to find 2 things, a piece of pottery and a number. That is done.
You have no voicemail.
That's why we...
You have no voicemail. I do not understand that function. You have no voicemail.
Oh.
Silvio's curatorial bonanza.
I'd like to place an order, please.
Have you ordered from us before?
Yes, I think so. We have an account number.
Okay, good. That saves me a lot of paperwork. What's the account number?
BH119K.
BH119... BH119K? Beach Hill? Are you serious?
You sound surprised. I guess you were expecting Sunny June?
I was expecting Beach Hill to settle its accounts with me about 6 months ago. I've sent all 6 of the outstanding invoices to a collection agency. And you jokers won't get another packing peanut out of Silvio Jr. ever. Do not call here again.
Well, I guess we're not gonna do that. I technically called, I'm just saying. Oh, there's a person.
You must be Nancy, the new deputy curator. I'm Henrik Vanderhune.
Pleased to meet you. What are you working on?
Just some light housekeeping.
Huh? Housekeeping?
Keeping artifacts clean is an important aspect of preserving them. Anyway, what can I do for you?
That is actually true. They will literally take exhibits off to go clean them properly. It's really interesting when it's like documents, scrolls, that kind of stuff, because they will take them to preserve them. So they'll take them and they'll clean it in a sense to make sure that it's preserved.
Did you know the deputy curator who was here before me?
Hurricane Sunny? I'm afraid I did. If he wasn't losing paperwork or setting off the fire alarm, he was cornering our visitors with his theory that the Maya were abducted by aliens. I'm afraid you'll be cleaning up his messes for a while.
I'm supposed to order more packing supplies, but the company says they won't do business with us anymore. Does Beach Hill have bills it can't pay?
No comment.
But Henrik, how am I supposed to get this order taken care of?
I hereby absolve you of that task. If Joanna wants things shipped, she can stuff them into garbage bags for all I care.
I'm curious about your work. How do you go about translating a glyph anyway?
It can be a complicated process, involving research, piecing lots of different elements together, and a healthy dose of guesswork.
So there isn't a definitive dictionary of Maya glyphs where you can look things up?
Oh, I'm afraid not. You see, glyphs are so intricate and full of subtleties that multiple meanings may be embedded in a single glyph. So 3 distinct-looking glyphs may all translate to mean sunshine, roughly, but with different nuances. There is so much we still don't know. Lucky for me, I guess, or I'd be out of a job.
Can I give that ham radio a try?
Absolutely not. The radio is a tool, not a toy. One has to be extremely careful about the kind of information one sends out over the airwaves. And I do not have time to monitor you. And besides, The vacuum tubes have been terribly fussy lately. If another one blows, I think I'll go mental.
What is the Spectro-X Archeo Analyzer for?
It's used for identifying chemical compounds that are found on artifacts, traces of ink, blood, charcoal, and other substances. The beauty of the machine is that it can collect these traces without damaging the artifact in any way. But it cost us a fortune, so don't fiddle with it unless you get Joanna's permission.
Joanna turned me loose without too many instructions. Do you have any advice for me?
Well, as you've probably heard, the museum is closed in preparation for the exhibit, so you'll have free run of the place. Please explore. The sooner you get to know your way around, the better. Think of the lab as your home base, your center of communications. Anyone who wants to get in touch with you will leave a note or a voicemail here, so check in often. I'm very busy with my work, so you're going to have to be pretty independent, but I suspect you wouldn't have it any other way.
See you around, Henrik.
Will do.
That wasn't super helpful, though.
It's locked. It's locked.
I need a key. Or a hairpin. Did that. Oh, I did this. We did the pottery and I need to do the numbered exhibit, but I don't. Gotta find the pieces that are missing first. I've only got a few minutes before I'm gonna call it. I want to find the pieces. Where might they be? There was one on that. So I'm just gonna check this room a bit more closely here. Don't mind me, I'm just searching for pieces and parts. Well, there does not seem to be any more in here. What about one of these pots? It would be just like Sunny to hide one in a pot. No? Not hidden in a pot.
It's locked. Just one more tile.
Okay, so I just have to hold on to it till I find the tile. Dang it, where's the tile? Oh, I don't have to put that back? Okay. Cool. I get to keep it. Maybe it comes in handy. Dang it, she's here. I want to explore her office. It's the timing game. Well, it is noon my time, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. And the next time we play, I'm going to switch it to night. And then we will try, we'll see if I switch it to a night, if that lets me explore her office. And maybe that helps me find either the missing pottery piece or the missing number. As well as get some more clues as to the shadiness of stuff going on here. And yeah. And hopefully we also get a key card. So that way we can do these other things. But alright. Let's save before I forget. What should we save this as? Jeez, thank you. I'm gonna save it as Aliens did it. There we go. Aliens did it, guys. At least that's what Sunny June says. As usual, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to like the video, leave a comment letting me know that you watched it, you're enjoying these. That way I know that someone out there is expecting these videos, which gives me more of a drive and a push to make these more regularly. And then of course make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying them. And hit that little notification bell so you get notifications that I have posted a video. But I have nothing else to say here at the end, so I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. But as usual, don't plagiarize. Just don't do it.